Addy, at one point you scored like 11 straight points for your team, and I think after the first one, that and one, like you kind of let out like a giant scream. Do you remember that moment? And did you understand like, okay, this could be a turning point?
Yeah, for sure. I think we were struggling offensively. I couldn't get anything to fall, so kind of just seeing that go in and just sticking with it is it's always exciting to see when I can, get the and one. And I think after that we started to kind of go, so it definitely was a turning point.
Addy, what do you think about kind of that run there? How much did that jumpstart you guys?
Which run?
Where she scored 11 straight points in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was great. That was great for us. Anytime we can get those sort of things, I feel like they were really focusing on the inside, and that's going to free them up at the mid-range, at the high post, at the three-point line. She did a great job of attacking the basket. Got a couple play calls for her. Got to feed the hot hand. So super proud of her.
Thanks, girl.
Addy,
No, thanks, girl. Mom.
Addy, your performance tonight, how much does that help you going through the rest of the season, the integral 10 games coming up?
Yeah, just trying to stay consistent. I mean, I've had a decent past 3 games, I think. I've just tried to be more aggressive since the Utah loss. Had a lot of talks with coaches and kind of had to do some reflecting and figure some things out. And so from that game, I feel like I've done a better job of just being aggressive and finding ways to score when my team needs me to.
Addy, how do you and your teammates help, keep all eyes on UCF with 2 big games coming up after that?
Yeah, that's huge for us. We want to make this a good streak of wins here to end the week. So that'll just be going to practice, doing the same sorts of preparation, and hopefully approaching it with the same defensive intensity, because that was really big for us tonight. So if we can stick to that mentality, I think we'll be just fine.
Addy, Coach Fenley has often mentioned wanting more aggression from you. You mentioned it just here. You mentioned the talk. How do you go about doing that at the same time while not being, running the risk of pressing and being out of control, doing that with patience, I guess?
Yeah, I feel like I've never really forced shots. Even in high school, my coaches would constantly ask me to shoot the ball more, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and force shots up. So, if I see an open man, I'm going to get you the ball, and I think sometimes I'm just looking to do that first instead of, okay, maybe I am open. So that's kind of been where that shift has been. Like you said, I never want to get out of control or force things, because that doesn't seem to work for me.
And Addy, you mentioned the defensive intensity. You force a lot of turnovers, 28-7, I think, in points off. Just how big was that when they got off to their 11-point lead that you guys started to turn them over and the snowball started going the other way?
Yeah, that was really huge for us, because I think in that case our defense fueled our offense. We were able to get some transition buckets, some and ones before they were able to get their defense set, and that's huge for us. If we can get the ball and get it out, then our chances of scoring, I think, go up dramatically.
This one's for both of you guys. Knocked down some more threes tonight. How much does that help you guys when you guys both score a lot more on the inside?
Yeah, that's huge. That definitely frees up the lane a little bit, because you can't really send a double team when there are 4 3-point shooters on the arc knocking it down. So that's really big, and I'm just excited for the guards. A lot of people contributed in a lot of different ways tonight, which is huge for us. I think those contributions are going to really help us win some critical close games coming up.
Addy, can you kind of go back to what you had brought up earlier? I think you had said like after the Utah game or sometime during that span you had a lot of talks with coaches. What were those talks and how'd they go?
They really just, they were, you got to be more aggressive and take more shots. I mean, from my position coach and Coach Fenn too, and it's just like, kind of knew it was coming. I felt like I was being passive earlier before that and, wasn't getting the job done. So just kind of reflecting and being like, okay, I'm going to have to take some tough shots that maybe I'm not super comfortable with, but if that's what the team needs, if they need me to be more aggressive, then I'm willing to do it, and kind of just had that attitude even in practice now, just really trying to be more aggressive.
Addy, I think you had 8 points in the first half and then took off in the second half. What allowed that to happen?
Honestly, I just kind of had, when I had my little moment where I got hurt and came out, I just kind of had a little bit of time to reset and refocus, and I was definitely speeding things up, missing easy shots that I would rarely miss in the first half. So cleaning those up in the second half and just trusting my preparation allowed me to take off for sure.
This is for either of you. After the West Virginia loss and then the first quarter, you guys were down afterwards. Was there anything said in the huddle before the second quarter or anything that you guys were able to feel off of? Because you seemed like a different team from the second quarter on. What were you able to do and how were you able to adjust?
West Virginia, was that West Virginia or was it?
Yeah, so yeah, West Virginia lost and then the.
Oh, to the second quarter.
Yeah.
This one.
I don't know. I feel like we've struggled lately with kind of coming out flat almost. So we got to really work on that. And I think that was the main focus at the end of the first quarter. I mean, Coach Finn's sitting there like, get it together. I mean, look at the score. We're allowing them to do whatever they want on the offensive end. So kind of just a reality check for us. And we really just came together and like, all right, let's go. Like it's time. It's time to get going.
Yeah, we definitely got to come out the gate swinging these next couple games because, I mean, we're playing catch-up. Like, they were leading us in the first quarter. We were playing catch-up. That's going to come back to bite us in the butt. So definitely got to start the games with that same intensity as the second quarter.
Addy, how you doing? I know it looked like at the end of the first half, heading into halftime, you took a tumble there. Obviously, you played well in the second half, but
Yeah, no, I feel good. I think I came down on her foot. My ankle felt a little weird feeling in my knee, so I was a little freaked out, but feeling good, and hopefully we're all good. I was surprised to see Audi was in there with knee pain as well, so I was like, oh, hey, queen.
Hey,
so,
girl.
Yeah, we had a little hangout sesh at halftime, and then we were fine, so, yeah.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was like, where's Tessa? And I looked,
And you look over.